Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode here on ESGNet of Madden 17 Pittsburgh Steelers franchise. This is episode number 12 of Steeler Nation, and we are looking at a scouting report here, and we're scouting out our linebackers here. We're looking at left, right, and middle linebackers here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here are some possible people that we could draft here. Now, all these guys are guys that we're looking at here are guys that we have a little bit of a short list of players that we want to look at when we start drafting here and kind of move around here. Now, some of these guys are on our draft boards that we're looking at, and then some of these are definitely ones we want to go after, and then others are ones that if need, worst case scenario, these are guys that not necessarily they're the worst players that we don't want, but these are players that we realistically could go after. Now, Irons here. This is a guy I think a lot of people are going to go after. First round talent. Look at those grades there. A+ or A- in the hit power, pursuit B+, and finesse move B there. 242 pounds, 6'5", 23 years of age, from Texas A&M. Definitely a very blue chip player right there. Definitely a superstar player that is going to get quick development there. Even though he is 24 years of age, he is definitely going to be one of those talents that you're going to have around for 3 to 4 seasons, and he's going to be able to do some great stuff for you before he starts making that decline there. Now, the reason I say that is because you're around 23, 24 years of age. They're pretty polished players. I would even say 22 years of age, even in some cases. They're really polished players, and their regression is going to start kind of getting to them here as they are kind of in their prime at that time. So, or at least starting their prime. Asher Swede, there you see 23 years of age, from Tennessee, 6'3", 256 pounds. There you see A- for his power move, or hit power, B+ in block shedding and pursuit, B there. Look at his great numbers there in the combine. There you see him doing pretty well in the cones there. But 7'3" is his numbers there. And again, early first round talent there. And I think I said this in the last video here, but we got a lot of players, wide receivers, halfbacks, quarterbacks, and offensive linemen. Really, I think there's a lot more wide receivers and offensive linemen there that are going to be out for the draft here. That I think a lot of teams are going to go after those offensive type of players, and that need help, because I know there's a lot of teams that need some offensive help. For us, we don't need too much help. We like to find a decent, another quarterback, but we may have to wait another year for that to happen. But I know defensively here, I think that might be in our favor here this season, as there's a lot of, not too much defensive players here that we can go after. But there you see a middle linebacker here from Texas A&M. They're 236 pounds, 6 foot, 23 years of age, block setting, excellent, upper 80s along with the pursuit. But the tackle, not so much, around the lower 80s there. You're looking at probably a guy that's going to be somewhere around, I would say 86, 87 overall. Great numbers overall, but not too much there in his scouting report. There, as you see, 7-1 for his scouting report numbers overall. His 20-yard dash, or 21 or 20. Is that the shuttle? I think that's a shuttle there. He has pretty good numbers there in the shuttle. I think he has 3rd place overall there in the linebacker situation. But for the most part, they're just great. Great for him. Part of that. Now you see another linebacker here, 11, B+ across the board in tackle, hit power, and pursuit. And I like those numbers there. 5. That's the thing. 5'11", 21 years of age, from Louisville, and 241. That height is going to really hurt him. If he was around, if you add another 2 more inches on him, somewhere around 6 foot, 6'1", I think he would definitely be, really overall great player that you could do something with. Martz, there you see his letter grades there, A- in hit power, B plus in tackle, and B minus in block shedding. 253 pounds, 6'3", 23 years of age, from Florida State. He's a talent wise, he's a mid fourth round guy. They project him as a mid second round guy. Honestly, I would give him, if we give him a little credit there, I would believe he would probably be a third round guy. He could be placed anywhere in the third round, and that again, that's where some areas we're going to try to look at for ourselves to get bumped up in the draft boards here. We're going to try to look at possibly, giving up our first round, maybe even next year's first round pick, so we can move up in the order with. Try to get a couple. My idea is to get some, at least two early or maybe even mid round, second round type of players there, so we can do that. But that just depends on with teams there. And I think I have I might have a little piece of paper here somewhere near me. There's about 4 or 5 teams I think we have a good shot at of doing that with. Pritchard there, you see 240, 6 foot, 21 years of age, from Florida State, and again, great numbers there, B plus. So I say upper 80s there in that category. The other two, they're mid round, so you're looking around 85 overall, or 85 there for those two positions in the tackle and the block shedding. I would say overall he will probably be a mid round or a mid 80s guy. I would say probably number I'm looking at, and I'm thinking right now is probably 86, 87. But yeah, definitely good potential here. Look at those scouting report numbers. I mean, just amazing. And a lot of the things he's in the top 5 in a lot of those categories there. Figgin, there you see from Pittsburgh, run stopper, 6'2", 235 pounds, 23 years of age, a polished player here. Tackle A minus, B plus, and the hit power and pursuit B. You're looking at a guy here that he could be somewhere close to 90. He could, I would say, around 88, 89, maybe even 90, 91, pushing it. But definitely, a third round talent here for sure. He would be a definitely good steal, in the early rounds, especially going to going to the last part of the second round there. He would definitely be a great steal for the middle line position. And not to mention, he went to Pittsburgh, so if we snagged him, he's doesn't have to go too far to play. I mean, he could play right there. And where he normally plays at, where the University of Pitt plays at times, there at Heinz Field. Here we go with the middle linebacker here, Rashad Goldan. Only reason I decided to look at him is because of his first name, because that's my name. But yeah, 253, 5'11", 5'11", 23 years of age, from Tulsa. He's a prototype. He looks like a guy that you could really work with here and kind of build him up as a project player. He wouldn't be able to play the first year, maybe the first maybe year and a half. But yeah, he definitely got some great combine numbers there I like to see, especially the 40-yard dash there. But yeah, just a great guy. I think that it would just be a great project player that we can work with. Put him in the on the scouting team there, our practice squad there, and try to work with him. Get him in, get him in a couple of games there, or see what he could do. But yeah, he wouldn't be able, at least for our ball club, it'd be another year and a half before he would actually be an everyday type of player. I probably would have him in a certain package here from time to time. Have him come out and see what he can do. Get a couple tackles there, here and there. But yeah, he would definitely be a guy for everyday kind of use. He would definitely be about a year and a half before he would play full time for us. You see Downs, right outside linebacker, Second round talent, they say, projected in the mid first round. And there you see tackle B plus, block shedding B, and hit power B minus. I would say he's probably again around the mid 80s, maybe somewhere about. I would even say maybe 88, 87 there because he does have some good numbers there in the combine. 7.3 for the combine. And just really, great frame. 6'3", or excuse me, 6 foot even, 233 pounds. Yeah, definitely a solid type of player that we could really use on the field. Now we'll go ahead and move on to Roosevelt Clem. There you see, I like that name, Roosevelt. USC product there, so you're definitely going to get something out of this. A balanced player, 6'2", 228 pounds, and again, 22 years of age. So he's got some skill to him. He's been on the field quite often, so he's pretty knowledgeable. I would say again, another player that's probably going to be your mid or your late 80s, early 90s overall. I would say probably around about 91, 90. That he looks pretty solid. Not the greatest combine numbers there by far, but for the most part, I think he's a guy type of player with that the block shedding. He could rip through the line pretty well, wrap up a guy real quick, and the hit power. Just hitting a guy, just going up and just knocking him down. Not the best there. But we can always work on that. It's something we can always improve. Sergio Pagan, 7th round talent. They projected him 3rd round. Not what we thought he would be when starting this, and then which was because of the hit power there. Again, it's something we can work with. 6'4", 242 pounds. I like the height. I like the weight. 22 years of age. He's got some experience there. But it's just that hit power there. He could just be a little bit more powerful with knocking guys down. He would definitely be just a killer right outside linebacker there for us. But yeah, this is the guy that we could possibly put on our short list of guys when we get down to the nitty gritty here. Around that that 5th, 6th round type of those late rounds there. If he's still on the board, we definitely would go after him. He's a 3-4 pass rusher there, so that's somebody we can definitely put on the edge there to come in and get sacks there for us. As we've not been doing too well here this past season with sack, guys, linebackers coming in and coming into blitz that often. So he definitely looks like a guy that could probably do that for us in the long run here. And finally, the last player here, undrafted player. Looking at him, they're projecting a 4th round, but they say undrafted. And again, not the best here overall. You're looking at a guy in the lower or in the high 70s, maybe close to mid 70s. 6'3", 236 pounds from Virginia, 23 years of age, so he's had some wear and tear on him, some experience. That's always great, but he wouldn't be able to rip through the line. He would definitely be a guy I could see probably is going to be good at man-to-man, man-to-man zone kind of coverage there. He wouldn't be able to just come in and just, if we asked him to go in there to blitz, he would have a tough time getting past a lot of linemen, especially in our division that we have. I mean, there's a lot of good offensive linemen, especially like the Bengals, and even Cleveland have a really good offensive line there that he would have a tough time trying to rip through if we try to have him go on a blitz. But that is right there is a look at our linebackers there here in episode 12 of Steeler Nation. Again, we'll have another episode here where we'll look at the last. We've got two more positions we're going to look at. We're going to look at corners, and we're going to look at safeties positions, strong safety and free safety there here in the next 2 episodes. So that episode 13, we'll look at the corners. But there's not too many corners that we have on the board here. that we are really like they're amazing or anything like that. There's a few of them that we have on our list of players that we're gonna go after. So that'll be even a shorter video compared to the last one we had there in episode 11. So, but that'll be it for us here at here on Madden 13, or excuse me, Madden 17. Jeez, man. Madden 17 Pittsburgh Steelers franchise Steeler Nation episode 12. That is it. You guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Steeler Nation here on ESGNet. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr. Links are down below in the description to get the latest information and news on what's going on here on the channel and what's going on in the world of sports in general. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you patiently. I know a lot of you guys have been very patient with me on getting these videos, working on these videos. It's, like I said, I've been on vacation, and I kind of just want to take some time away from both from work and from doing YouTube, and just spend some time with some family, especially my nephew, who the little boy just cracks me up so much. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, keep yourselves healthy, and I will see you guys next time.